What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. We have some more news out of SHOT Show 2023. So this one's pretty cool because Smith & Wesson was able to keep their mouth shut and suppress leaks for once. They were actually able to keep a product line quiet until SHOT Show. So what have they done? Another 9mm? Actually, surprisingly not. 5.7. Totally took me by surprise. I didn't think that they would touch 5.7. It took them so long to even mess with a 10mm that I thought, and they already dropped 357 SIG out of their lineup way back in the day. I thought there's no way that they would even mess with 5.7. It just never really crossed my mind. Ruger already did it. I thought, why would they jump on it? Enough people, Palmetto State Armory's already doing it. I didn't think they would come into the market with a 5.7. Never crossed my mind. Now, I don't know about you out there, if you were thinking about this or if you guys have been bugging them for it. I don't know if anybody else saw this coming. But what's actually cool about this isn't just a typical another chambering in 5.7. They didn't just take their typical gun, their M&P lineup, and just chamber it in 5.7. They actually completely redesigned their firearm. They made a whole new firearm, a whole new gas system just for this cartridge. And I think it's actually pretty cool. I'm pretty hard on Smith & Wesson of recent. They made a lot of nice guns that I've owned in the past. I love the Shield. I love Gen 1 M&Ps. I love Gen 2 M&Ps for the most part. The 10mm bit my butt pretty hard. I was excited for it. I waited for it. It came out, and it was a complete failure in my hands. A lot of other people have had failure, failure with it. And then other people have had total success with it. So it's hit or miss with that gun. But forget about the 10mm. I never saw this coming, and here we go. Overall, I've never even been that interested in 5.7, and I've said that in some of my videos. I'm not going to sit here and bash on it, but there's just not a lot of purpose for me to have 5.7. But this gun actually is kind of changing my mind about wanting to play with it at least. I still don't know if I have a purpose for it, but I still want to kind of play with it a little bit. I just kind of want to see what it feels like to have that internal rotary barrel system. So real quick, I'll go over some of the specs. 22+1 in supposedly a pretty slim grip. 3-dot white sights and also cut for optics. 1/2 by 28 threaded barrel for attaching whatever you want. So this is an internal hammer fired gun with a flat face trigger. So possibly we might have a pretty nice trigger out of this gun. Maybe 1911-ish. I said ish. Supposedly fully ambidextrous, including the ability to swap the magazine release to the other side. Now they have slide cuts in it that they say makes it run smoother or feel better or whatever. Slide cuts, to me, it never is a good thing in a gun. Not something you're going to carry. If it's a fun gun, fine. But it's never a good thing for me when you see slide cuts. I carry guns in real environments and I get them pretty dirty. Anytime you get things going down into your gun, that same thing for skeletonized ARs, that's really not my cup of tea. But if you guys like it, you like it. Now, the big thing with Smith & Wesson right now is they've got to be able to produce a firearm that works. And they've got to have customer service to back it up if anything does go wrong. Hopefully they don't have a disaster on their hands like they have with their bullpup shotgun that was pretty much a piece of crap, and their M&P 10mm that, like I said, was hit or miss. Some people really like that 10mm, but it really does fail in a lot of people's hands. It's an abnormal failure rate, in my opinion. Hopefully they've got this right. Hopefully they've got their butts kicked enough for their past couple releases and they've actually tested the living crap out of this. The good thing about 5.7 is kind of a bad thing also. There's not a lot of different ammos available for it. So the bad thing for us is that if we want it, I don't personally shop for it much, but if you guys are out there shopping for it, you don't have a big selection of it. And that really stinks because that means not a lot of competition for price point and all that other stuff. However, when it comes to making a firearm that can reliably cycle 5.7, since there's not a lot of choices of ammunition, they should have been able to thoroughly test it with all the ammunition that's actually out there. I mean, there's only a handful. They should be able to test the crap out of them. So no excuses there, Smith & Wesson. You don't have any surprises on ammo. People don't even reload this stuff or hand load this stuff. There are people who do, but trust me, far and few between. And the price point actually seems pretty fair, which is really good because the ammunition price point usually sucks, but it should be at your shops for what looks to be around $500 or $600. So me personally, there's a good chance I'll pick this up to at least play with it. I don't think I'll ever carry 5.7. I just don't like it compared to or stacked up to other calibers. However, it is an interesting cartridge and I might finally go ahead and play with it. So what about you? Is this something you're going to add to your 5.7 collection? Is this something that's going to bring you into the 5.7 world? Or is this just another gun where you're going to say, no way, no to 5.7? I'm going to keep trying to bring you short segments of things I see from SHOT Show. If you like that kind of content, make sure you're subscribed. Thank you for watching this video, and until we see you next time, stay safe, have fun, and keep shooting. Maybe even 5.7.